What up, Kevin? What's up, Baron? How y'all doing? Hope y'all are having a good evening or day, depending where you're at. Dude, I'm doing a little bit of research and stuff, and you know what's been having me trip out lately? This Atlas I3 interstellar like visitor and stuff. They say like it's changing courses, it's speeding up, slowing down. Bro, it's an alien ship. Like it has to be. There's people that actually think that like we're alone in the universe, man. There's no way. There's no way in hell, dude. What up? What up? Man, just was getting on and tell you guys, man. That if you're struggling and shit, that you're not alone. Man, you know what I realized, man? Going into like, and I've said this before, but it's just so significant to me. You go into like an AA or NA room, right? And there's a bunch of people in there that have said to themselves, "Man, what's wrong with me? I'm fucking crazy." Yeah, they go into a room full of strangers, man, and they fucking share, and they're all insane. But when they go in there and they do that with each other, they get clean and they find sanity, and they get their life back. You ever like went into one of them like rooms and you go in there to speak and shit, and then someone shares and they're like, "Yo, I'm so and so. I got 32 years clean and sober." It's like, wow. Like that seems impossible to me. It's like when I think, man, 32 years, could I absolutely do that and stay clean and sober for fucking that long? And that's when you start to fuck up. Because you're not supposed to focus on that shit or the past, just to be in the present. But it's sometimes really difficult to do that. I sometimes I can't help but like, think of shit that I got to take care of. Like I got to get my stuff here. I got to buy a vehicle because I'm not shipping the one from Washington. There's no fucking point. They say you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. If you focus on like opportunities, you'll have more opportunities. And staying clean and sober and all that is all good and stuff, but you got to stay busy. I have to stay busy. I get bored real easy, like super easy. Hmm. Yeah, man. So, like a week ago, I was running and working out in the morning and shit. I haven't done it in like a week. How long? Bro, couple, not too long, bro. Not too long. But the difference is that like I'm not on maintenance. I'm actually clean off of everything. I'm not I'm not taking anything. Usually anytime before, man, I'd go to maintenance because I didn't want to go through like the withdrawals and shit. But like for the past little while now, I didn't get on them like that. I would relapse, like I dabble, touch it once, wouldn't touch it again for like a couple weeks or a month or something, and do it again. And it's been low key like that off and on for a little while. The last time I'd say I kicked was probably like fucking 6 months ago, 8 months ago maybe, where I felt it. I could tell. I was like, oh shit. I'd say my kid kept me from being strung out. Good deal, David. So it wasn't heroin, it was fentanyl. And, if you'd asked me that question probably like a month ago, maybe a little longer, I wouldn't have been able to tell you the answer to that question. But what makes me want to go use when I do is a deep inner discomfort with my own self. That's the best way I could describe it. Because now I have to sit on my own skin, my own thoughts, nothing to numb me, and just a lot of shit I had to process and deal with, man, from stuff from my past and all that. And I used to not be able to think about this shit. Like, it was trauma to me, right? It was whatever it might have been, Afghanistan, my dad being a drunk growing up, being abusive, whatever it might have been, dude. Anyways, and I guess having to feel and deal with all that shit, I didn't know how to. So I did what I knew how to do. I mean, drugs are my problem, but they're not the problem. They're a solution. They're a destructive solution, but a solution nonetheless. That problem is a deep inner discomfort with my own self, man. That's what makes me. That's what. But I'll start. See, I didn't like myself. I didn't care about myself. I didn't care what I needed or what I wanted or what would benefit me. I just literally put myself to the side. I didn't even like myself, to be honest. So I kind of flipped a switch with that. And what helped me do that was because I'm looking at my family and they love me so much, right? My brother, my daughters, my parents, my sisters, my nieces, my nephews, and they all adore me. And if I say that I love my family, then I need to start loving myself. And so I'm trying to figure out how to be good to myself, which is different than usual. I don't fucking drown in self worth anymore. I'm not telling myself I'm a piece of shit. I'm actually saying different things, like, hey, you deserve to be happy. Hey, it's okay not to be okay, but, this too shall pass. I mean, just better self talk, right? And I'm actually not dependent on anything now, and I'm grateful for that. Because when you're hooked on shit and you got to withdraw, it's a whole different story. It really is. That's difficult, the most difficult part at the beginning, but after that, then that's when the real work has to be put in, right? Now you got to build those walls to keep you from fucking relapsing no matter what. When no one's there to fucking clap for you in those invisible hours when you're by yourself. What wolf am I going to feed? So, honestly, like, you know what I'm saying? I've been talking about the stuff that used to bother me, but I'll be honest, man, like that stuff, I don't dwell on it anymore. Like that shit doesn't define me. It was trauma that I didn't know how to deal with then, not now. You know what I'm saying? I've talked with my best friend about some stuff, my family, you know what I mean? So as long as I just like stay away from the bullshit, people, places, things, and just actually try to be good to myself, man. Go to the gym, take care of my body, my mind, then everything else will fall into place. You know what I'm saying? But I did just move down here to Florida, which is a big change, but I love it. I love it already. It's incredible. Hey, maintenance. I mean, yeah, I've been on methadone before and stuff, man. But in a way, I kind of felt like that's why I would keep relapsing because I was on Suboxone or methadone. And so I eventually I relapse and I wouldn't take my methadone or the Suboxone and I would just do fucking fentanyl and shit. So I was like, man, I don't want to be on anything, no maintenance, nothing. So I had to kick that shit. About a good 13 days, something like that. I think it was like 6 months ago or some shit. 8 months ago. I don't like to count, man. Yeah, taking it for a few days and stopping. Dude, I jumped off a full Suboxone strip a day. Just jumped off of it, dude. It fucking crazy. I'm crazy, bro. Like, I wanted to hurt. What up over there in PR? Are you still on methadone, Joe? Yeah, it's hard. I've been completely given into it. Let me tell you what to do. Hey, how much money I've wasted on. Oh, dude, me too. Golly. I'm doing really good, Gold D. Yeah, man, I feel the same way. Been off for a year now. How long were you sick from that, Joe? Or do you still kind of feel it? Right, okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Good to see you too. Uh, Maria. Let's see. Nah. Benzos. So, okay, so you take benzos. Okay. Man, there was someone on here the other night we were talking um that was on a pretty high amount of benzos. God, man, when I used a drug and I came off over a year and go down to zero over a year. I was successful. Fuck yeah, dude. Dude, methadone's a bitch to get off of. Like, fucking, the fact you're telling me that says so much about you, bro. Like, you're fucking a beast, dude. That's hardcore. Good shit, man. I'm glad. Man, I love when I hear stuff like that, man, because it's like it's so hard, but it's possible. But you just have to fucking go through it. The fucking just go through the suck. Just hang in there. Whatever you have to do, 1,000 baths, whatever, fucking whatever it takes, man. Gosh, because when you get through it, and it's just like when you finally actually realize you don't feel bad anymore, you're like, oh my god, I did it. Yeah, go, okay, I am on 5 a day. 92 grams Xannies every 15 days at first. I didn't know they were addictive. Oh no. Oh no. That's a high dosage, bro. Yeah, I agree with David on that. You gotta like, You can't do that alone, bro. You gotta seek. If you were to come off of some shit like that, yo, go to a hospital or a rehab, whatever, because that shit is deadly. That's bad. That'll you don't want to do that. It's just not safe. So, same with alcohol. Oh, I'm sure it would. Shit. Xanax make you forget your head if you could. Hmm. Yeah, bro, I've had some crazy stories on Xanax, dude. And I mean, one actually, because I didn't know you're not supposed to drink on them and shit. And I didn't even drink much, but a buddy of mine had a Xanax bar. He split it with me. We sniffed it, and then we had like a 211, a still reserved malt liquor beer. I drank that shit. Went to my house. My buddy said I went to go lay down. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go lay down. He woke up. I wasn't even in my house. I woke up at my parents' house with blankets. I have no idea where these blankets came from. They weren't my parents. They weren't my blankets from my apartment. I don't know where the fuck these blankets came from, but I got them from somebody. I don't know whose house I went to or what. But the thought of that was like scary because I'm waking up. My best friend's over at the house, like, where the fuck did you go last night? And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. And my parents were pissed because they knew I was fucked up and drove. So they knew I had came over fucked up. I don't know how they came to that conclusion, but they were absolutely right. And I was just like, they were cussing me out. That was a bad fucking morning because I did not know what the fuck was going on. So that's not a good feeling. And I've never had the alcohol. I've never blacked out on alcohol like that. I've been shit faced, spun, and throw up, feel better, but never blacking out. You know what I mean? That's scary. Fucking Clonos and just quitting them are the worst. Yeah, dude, fucking sucks. It's the fucking worst. It is. I quit everything. Okay, when I stopped being responsible for myself and I lived in hills to sacrifice yourself to the program 100%, you would succeed, and I'm not way good for myself, but when I let better people run my life, absolutely, you gotta surrender, man. You know, start taking advice because what we fucking were doing wasn't working. You know. And I've been doing that. My brother's telling me things, you know, like just leaning me in the right direction and stuff, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you're right. And so things are great, man. Things are going really good. I couldn't complain, man, honestly. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm terrible for me too. Hell yeah. I had success when I gave it to better people. Y'all need to hear that, man. David's spitting knowledge. Everything he's saying is the only reason I was able to do it myself as well. I did it the same way David did. I took advice and I surrendered, and I was willing, and if if it wasn't for that, the way my family did it for me, man, I don't think I would have gotten it. I'd have stayed strung out. Smoking a Roxy Hoff. Oh yeah, tinfoil. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember that too. But it wasn't a real Roxy. These are those pressed blue pills that look like they're Roxy's, but they're fentanyl. You know? And I was doing those for a while until I found some like powder fentanyl, which was fucking, dude. I don't know how. I don't know how I'm not dead. I don't know. And I used by myself. So if I'd have OD'd, done. Guitars and now producing beats. Damn. Shit. Y'all are musicians? Y'all make beats and stuff like that? So if I sent y'all a song, y'all probably get paid for it though, don't you? Y'all couldn't hook a brother up, could you? I just want to do something for like a YouTube channel, like a little intro thing. But yeah, I don't edit music, so yeah, music's amazing. I listen to music every day, all day, if I can. Heck yeah. So y'all know how to make beats though, man? There's this it's like, okay, what's that? Euphoria? That band, they're like they do like all just their voices. Euphoria, and it was all oh, what was it called? Damn. Dude, that's awesome. What kind of music do you like, David? Like, what do you like, rock or what? Damn. I was careful when I told my dealers not to sell to me, like, because some of them, if I told them that, then they would not do it. So, grunge, okay. Country folk, classic rock, LOL, nice. Damn, dude. And did you say you make beats too? Okay. Reggaeton, okay. I'm a punk rocker at heart. So am I, dude. I like Chiodos. Chiodos is one of my favorite bands. That's cool, but you still play that guitar. Okay, anywhere park. Homeless in Florida. Good car to be homeless in Florida, LOL. Huh. I'm sure there is, bro. Like they got some really pretty places out here, some springs and stuff. And there's tons of like bullfrogs and lizards. So if you had to like live off of frogs, bro, it would be pretty easy around here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because I've been in the woods before too. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Dude, that's awesome. Damn, I want to kind of hear like, y'all playing shit. Y'all got any videos of y'all playing? No, dude. Damn. So where were you in Florida? Bro, it would have been dope if you were in Florida now, man. I ain't got no friends here. Okay, on TikTok? I'm gonna have to look you up, man. Hold on, let me screenshot this. Is it under your name? Yeah. Alright. Do people do it there or would cops? So I'm sure people do it. Um, but bro, Florida's big, dude. There's so many fucking places out here. I see cars parked on the side of the road all the time, like down just like little like in the boonies kinda, you know what I mean? There's tons of places, bro. And I mean that doesn't mean eventually you couldn't if you needed to eventually get on your feet if you wanted. If New York's fucked up for you, bro, then you might as well get out of there. There's so much shit to do here, bro. Like there's always something to do here. I'm pretty sure they do. Venice, okay. Out of Utah. Is Utah bad? Is drugs rampant over there? It's rampant everywhere, really. Bro, I've been to Miami, but I was 18, so I couldn't get in any clubs. The only one I could get into was the strip club. And so we went to Miami, bro. Bro, Miami's is insane. Completely different. Sniff coke. LOL. If you search it, it only put First UP, okay. Nothing to do. I'm going through a divorce, so I might go back to South Florida. Shit. Damn. The USA is at 21 years old. Oh, okay. Shit. 60 years old. I gotta do things quick before I die. Yeah. Remember that one country song? All I really wanna do is get things done in life. Rushing till life's no fun. All I really wanna do is live and die, but I'm in a hurry, don't know. That was a classic, bro. I used to sing that one when I was a kid. My mom used to sing it to me. I don't know why that reminded me of that, but I can understand. Man, have y'all been seeing that? I said this earlier, that Atlas I-3 interstellar traveler that's heading towards Mars. Have y'all seen that or read up on that? It's slowing down, speeding up, it's changing and fixing its course. Bro. Yeah, I know what you mean, David. Fuck, me too. You imagine me? Yeah, dude, I agree. Man, I was looking up places like to like go around here in Florida, and bro, it's like so many. But there's like this freshwater spring that's about an hour, I think, an hour and a half maybe away. But dude, it's so insane looking, and it's the water's so cold, it feels so good. I'm about to go hit that in like 7 days, 8 days. Yeah, dude. Wow. That's the thing, man, is that like what's about to happen? Because obviously there's a group of people that want to result to like hushing and silencing people and shooting them, and it's fucking crazy, man. And poor Charlie, dude, that man did not deserve it. And this is, I'll say this, dude, like, and I don't care if you support anybody's life being assassinated in front of his wife and children. Dude, don't watch my videos. Click off. I don't fucking want you watching my videos. Like, I could care less, dude. You just stay over there by your lonesome, by yourself. But a life is a life, regardless if you disagree with what their beliefs are. You're fucking trash if you fucking think this man deserved that. Saying he spewed hate and he was racist. Dude, no, the fuck he wasn't. You just hear somebody say some shit and you hop right on the fucking bandwagon. It makes you disgusting. If I seen some shit like that in my face, dude, I'm going to jail. I'm fucking you up. I don't care. Or you're gonna kick my ass, one of the two. I mean that sincerely. And my prayers go out to his family. That pisses me off, man. I can't stand that shit. Yeah, y'all might have killed a good man, but you just inspired fucking hundreds of thousands more. I know that. Sling was hanging out of the bag, dude. I'm telling you, man. Insane. I can't, man. And did y'all hear his wife too? Charlie Kirk's wife? When she broke her silence? So wait, Florida isn't open carry? Like, are you saying it's going to only be open carry? Nah, he was not. He wasn't hateful at all. That's because he wasn't hateful. There's not a video out there of him spewing hate or even like division. He actually said division's bad. And he's right. Dude, there's so much about that whole thing that is suspicious as fuck, bro. The security guys with their shit and fucking, come on, man. And then the one that literally, when he saw him get shot, it looked like he was smiling. Um, I don't know, man. I don't know. Wow, Florida's not open carry. I didn't know that. Yeah, because I don't have a gun. Wow, no kidding. He's in the. Oh, wow. Fuck, he's right by you. Whew. No, it's concealed carry right now. Only concealed? There's not both of them? I'm not worried about it because I don't, like I said, I don't have a weapon anyways. Fuck around, find out. Crazy to think, Tyler Robinson. Yeah. What's funny to me, and you can disagree with me, that's okay. That's the beauty of us living the American dream in a country that's free. But they actually believe that if they take the citizens' weapons away, that there's not going to be anybody with weapons. All that's going to do is keep it from us to be able to prevent, like to be able to fucking protect ourselves. And honestly, the second they try to take away our weapons, the reason we have weapons from the beginning is to defend ourselves from a tyrannical government, not to fucking hunt, not to forge, but to defend ourselves when a government tries to overstep its people. That's why we have that Second Amendment. 100%, that is the reason. And the second they try to fucking take it away, or even have papers on every single weapon, is so when they need to seize them, they know who has them. And that's why you have to have paperwork. Now, people can say laws, all this and that, but it did not used to be like that. And I get it. Sure, it makes people feel more comfortable, but it doesn't matter what you do, what laws you put, who you restrict, whose weapons you take. There's always going to be somebody with a ghost gun, a fucking stolen weapon that's not registered, and they're going to be shooting innocent people. So the more weapons people have, the better, because then people, I mean, dude, there's stories of people going in churches to shoot up the church, and they're in Texas and they go in the wrong fucking church, and they get killed immediately. And there's like 5 people pointing a weapon at the guy, you know what I mean? And he's dead. So, yeah, the more weapons, the better. The less the government's involved with it, the better. And if you celebrate anybody being assassinated, you're a piece of shit. I'm glad we agree. Nothing adds up. Nothing does. It's obviously a political assassination, am I right? It's a political assassination. Oh my God, dude. I wouldn't want to see something like that in person. I've seen it in Afghanistan, dude. I would hate to just be like walking around the US and some shit, like to see it. It would just be a trigger like no other. Nah. Yeah. And I'll be honest, man, dude, and here lately, because I'm a supporter of Israel, right? But just because I support Israel does not mean I can't question their government, right? So obviously right now there's some sort of a degree to like an ethic or some kind of cleansing or something, and that's fucked up. Um, Not only that, Jeffrey Epstein's. I should probably be careful talking about this shit, but they just released a bunch of emails with Jeffrey Epstein, bro. Guess what? Jeffrey Epstein is in cahoots with the ex-prime minister of Israel. The ex-prime minister of Israel. Not only that, but his number one security guard too. And there's emails back and forth from Epstein and this ex-prime minister on him basically getting intel on people in the government, because obviously Epstein had connections, right? And that's that whole fucking thing. He was basically kind of like a fucking spy, but a piece of shit on top of it. And so he got fucking all these politicians and all these fucking people in his pocket, and he has had all this evidence on them fucking with children and disgusting shit like that. That's disgusting, dude. That's horrible guy, dude. Absolutely. So you know what I'm talking about, Wally. Yeah, blackmail, 100%. So it's like, at least that he's not in there anymore, but I thought that was completely crazy with Epstein being in cahoots with that. Um, but I guess there's some stuff that's like, and I'm saying like, yo, that Israel can't defend themselves, because when Hamas and all them, dude, invaded and fucking kidnapped over like 200 or 300 people or something, and executed a bunch of people, and like Israel has every right to defend themselves and shit. But it's just like, I guess shit is just like getting so out of hand. But what can you fucking do? Like, if these, because these people aren't gonna stop attacking Israel. They're not. They fucking want to eradicate them. So now Israel's fucking doing that to them, and everybody's like, yo, they're wrong. But it's like, fucking, what do you do? And I'm not justifying or discrediting either or whatever. Well, no, fuck Hamas. Hamas needs to go. They're bad. They're not good. But it's like, damn, okay. Israel's talking about a cleansing and shit. They're not talking about it, but it's what they're doing. And it's like, fuck. Like, they literally poked the fucking bear, didn't they? But it sucks because in all war, there's always casualties. There's always innocent people dying. And the fucking problem with like Hamas or with like the Taliban or the fucking Al Qaeda is they hid behind women and children, right? They fucking forced kids to go out there with the fucking AK-47 and shoot at soldiers, so the soldiers would kill them and give up their sniper's position. Like, they're not stupid, man, and they use them as like body armor, and it's fucked up. I love Candace Owens, man. I don't agree with everything that she, is about, but she was pretty on top. I didn't like what she was saying about this stuff with Israel at first. Then I did a little more research, and I was like, holy shit, she's onto something. It blew me away. And she's Charlie's friend, dude, so I take good faith in that. You know what I mean? Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, man, that stuff is just crazy. Political assassinations, and our government lies to us, and the mainstream media is always just spinning their media wheel, pushing their own agendas regardless of the side. I disagreed with Charlie about smoking weed. Right? A few other topics. Charlie was the most solid, absolutely. And you know, that's what's beautiful about it is that was his belief. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, man. But to shoot somebody, bro. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I seen it, because I didn't want to watch the video, but when I seen it, I got watery eyed, dude, and I shed a few tears for the man. But what Charlie believed is he's in a way better place now. Yeah, we're all Charlie Kirk. And yo, if y'all fuck with me and shit, boycott. I know. Look, I know if you're a coffee drinker, you love your coffee, but boycott Starbucks. Don't buy coffee from them right now, because they're intentionally fucking not signing Charlie Kirk's name and shit like that. And fuck them. Get coffee somewhere else, dude. If you can. But I won't fucking buy Starbucks again. They can fucking take that coffee and stick it up their ass. I know what's scary is the fact how they could shut them down like that, Wally. Like, if all the shit they tried to do to Trump, who was a president and also was trying to run for president again, and they fucking throw him in jail, Russia collusion, collusion and shit, all of that, and none of it was even fucking true. If they could do that to somebody like him, what could they do to like a nobody like us? Bro, I would not like to think of that. Oh, dude, that would be wild, right? That's kind of discriminatory, you know? Yeah, I refuse to watch it too, Wally. I can't. I don't want to see that, man. No, I don't want to see an innocent guy get gunned down. Um, I want the Y Files to do something like about it, like him to do his thing. You guys watch the Y Files? Him to do into this Charlie Kirk thing and what he was talking about beforehand. Candace Owen is talking about people putting pressure on Charlie. Um, some pretty significant claims and shit. Yeah. Yeah, completely. It's disgusting, dude. They fired Jimmy Kimmel's bitch ass. I thought that was great. You know what I mean? Disrespectful, dude. Disgusting. It's fucking insane. Kimmel. Yep. That's what his punk ass gets. And he's a veteran, bro. Can you believe that shit? He's gonna be sitting there doing that and he's a veteran? He must have been like a paper pusher or fuck nah. He was a cook. He worked in the fucking defect. He ain't do shit. Disrespect somebody like that, bro. The fuck? That's disgusting, man. Disgusting. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah, what he did was completely disrespectful. Talking about Charlie Kirk's death, and then Trump talks about they add a video in there, like that Trump was like ignored the question and was talking about something else. Man, fuck him.
This episode of the Water Files is brought to you by ShipStation. Mike fired up the box and the lasers came to life. The machine produced a small circular area of distortion. It was a vortex about 8 inches across that looked like ripples above the fire. This was unexpected. We didn't know what the vortex was or if it was dangerous. So the mission was to prove it possible.
Are the Dolphins winning? Wow, I didn't know that about Starbucks. They wouldn't send soldiers coffee because they're gay. Oh, they're lame. I don't mean that because I don't care if you're or anything like that, so I didn't mean it like that, but figure of speech, really. Dude, the Atlas I-3 is a spaceship, bro. I don't care what anybody says. It's changing course, slowing down, speeding up. It had a tail, and now it's glowing green. Bro. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, guys, man. I'm probably going to get off here in a minute. You know? Probably watch some TV, lay down, and go to bed. Nothing weird has been happening lately. It's all, the activity that was going on around me completely stopped. For whatever reason, nothing's happened. It's weird. It's so crazy. Dude, come down on watching A. Dude, I used to do shit like that too. Ancient Aliens is a good show. Now, I don't know about if I believe in, like, I mean, a lot of the shit they talk, but it's super interesting and it's fun. I agree. Yes. They need to cancel Don. Oh, dude, yes. Don Lemon. Dude, they need to cancel anybody who was doing that shit. Yeah, it's good to be informed. Information travels so fast now, but the issue is that there's so much disinformation. I mean, we know that the government spends millions in disinformation campaigns every year. So, yeah, they did find life on Mars. It's microscopic, but still, it's still life, right? That's what the fuck I said, bro. Doesn't matter. People talking about we the only life. That's proof right there. No, we're not. They think, oh, well, there's aliens, but they're not advanced. They're not visiting us. Whatever, dude. The Pentagon has came out and said UAPs are a phenomenon we are experiencing. We're not sure what they are. What else you want to know? Like here, my brother won't believe unless a fucking alien comes down here and like abducts him, or if he sees it land in front of him and they come out. That's like the only way he would believe. Isn't that some bullshit? That stuff is so interesting to me. I'm all about all that stuff. I love that. What's up? Okay, 1 second. I think they need my help with something. Hey guys, my mom's calling me too, and then they need me inside. I'm gonna have to get off. Later, Wally. But I love you guys, man. I'll catch y'all later, alright?